Did you know that 30% of Americans aren't aware of their basic constitutional rights? Or that recent changes in the law could impact your daily life more than ever before? In 2024, understanding your rights isn't just important, it's essential. Welcome to Constitutional Law Decoded, 6 Key Rights You Have in 2024. This series will break down the complex world of constitutional law into easy-to-understand segments. Whether it's your right to vote, your privacy online, or your voice in protests, we've got it covered. For example, did you know that new digital privacy laws protect your location data like never before? Or that telemedicine has surged by 40%, making healthcare more accessible to everyone? In the next chapters, we will dive into each of these rights. We'll explore how recent changes affect you and what you can do to exercise and protect these rights. Get ready to learn about your power in government, your digital dominion, and much more. Stay tuned, because knowing your rights can change everything. Chapter 1, Power to the People, Your Voice in Government. In 2024, every vote counts more than ever, and here's why. Recent legislation has shifted the way we think about our voice in the government. It's not just about showing up at the polls anymore, it's about understanding how those polls are becoming more accessible. Did you know that several states have now introduced mail-in ballots as a permanent option? This means no more long lines just to exercise your rights. Moreover, automatic voter registration has become a game-changer. When you renew your driver's license or sign up for Medicaid, you're now automatically registered to vote. Democracy has never been so user-friendly, as one lawmaker put it. This has led to a surge in voter registrations, with some states reporting increases of up to 10% compared to previous years. But it's not just about making it easier to vote. It's also about knowing what you're voting on. Educational campaigns have taken a front seat, ensuring that voters are not just participating but are informed and engaged. For instance, did you ever wonder what those ballot initiatives really mean? Now, simplified explanations are provided right there on your ballot. Let's talk about young voters too. They're turning out in record numbers, thanks to campaigns targeted right at their digital doorstep. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram are playing a huge role in this. In fact, a recent study showed that 60% of first-time voters in 2024 were prompted to register after seeing a post on social media. These strides are not just about facilitating, but empowering, ensuring every citizen feels their voice has weight in shaping the future. Chapter 2, Digital Dominion, Privacy in the Age of Pixels. Your digital footprint is bigger than you think, and protecting it has become a constitutional priority in 2024. With the rise of smart devices, nearly everything you do leaves a digital trace. This raises big questions about privacy. Luckily, new laws are setting some ground rules. For starters, did you know that your location data, once freely sold to the highest bidder, is now protected under new privacy laws? Companies must now get your explicit consent to track and share your whereabouts. This move has been hailed as a major victory for personal privacy. Then there's the issue of data breaches. They're not just inconvenient, they're invasive. In response, stricter penalties for data breaches have been introduced, making companies think twice before skimping on security. Your data is your property, and theft is theft, no matter how it's done, states a leading privacy advocate. But it's not all about defense. It's also about giving you control. The right to be forgotten, a concept once prevalent mainly in Europe, has taken root here as well. This means you can now request that your data be deleted from a company's records, a crucial step toward taking back your digital identity. Moreover, these changes are not just on paper. Enforcement agencies have been given the teeth to act, with significant increases in their budgets and powers. In 2024 alone, fines for violating digital privacy rights have topped $500 million. So, while the digital age continues to evolve, so too does our approach to safeguarding our most private information. Chapter 3, Eco-Rights Revolution, Your Role in Saving the Planet. In 2024, your right to a healthy environment is clearer than ever. With rising awareness of climate change and its impacts, constitutional protections for the environment have strengthened significantly. For instance, several jurisdictions now recognize clean air and water as fundamental rights. This is more than just a statement, it's a commitment to action. Legislation now requires companies to report their environmental impact in real time. This transparency isn't just good for the planet, it's empowering for consumers. Knowing the environmental footprint of the products you buy can sway decisions at the cash register, driving companies to consider eco-friendliness as a core aspect of their business model. Furthermore, community-driven cleanup initiatives have gained legal backing. Volunteers who organize river cleanups or tree planting events are now eligible for grants and support from local governments. Every small effort counts, and together, these small efforts have a big impact, says a city official involved in green policies. Renewable energy has also seen a boost from these new rights. Solar panel installations have surged, partly due to new laws that streamline the approval process for homeowners and small businesses. The goal? Making sustainable choices easier for everyone. Lastly, environmental education has become mandatory in schools across the country. Young minds are being equipped not just with knowledge about the environment but also with the know-how to protect it. This education is creating a generation that is more aware and active in environmental issues than any before. Chapter 4, From Protests to Policy, Freedom of Expression Unleashed. Freedom of speech is the cornerstone of any democracy, and in 2024, it's being protected and celebrated more boldly. Recent rulings have reinforced the right to peaceful protest, ensuring that voices seeking change are heard, not hindered. This includes protection against unlawful arrests at demonstrations, a concern that has been prominently addressed in the latest judicial reviews. Social media platforms, once battlegrounds for censorship disputes, are now bound by clearer rules that balance moderation with the right to speak freely. A landmark case this year established that users have the right to appeal against the removal of their content, introducing a new layer of transparency and accountability to these digital giants. The impact of these freedoms can be seen in the policies they inspire. For example, a series of protests led by disability rights activists resulted in significant amendments to public transportation laws, making them more accessible to everyone. Our voices were loud, and our rights were respected, one activist shared, highlighting the power of protected speech. Moreover, the protection of journalists has been fortified. Reporters are often the first to spotlight issues needing public attention and reform. Enhanced legal shields for journalists mean investigations into sensitive topics like corruption and public safety can proceed without undue interference or intimidation. This chapter of rights isn't just about being allowed to speak, it's about being listened to. In 2024, the dialogue between the public and policymakers is more dynamic and impactful than ever, showing just how much power lies in our words. Chapter 5, Justice Reimagined, Fair Trials in the Modern Era. In 2024, the right to a fair trial is undergoing a significant transformation, making justice more accessible and transparent. The integration of technology in the courtroom is a big part of this change. Virtual court sessions have become a norm, reducing the backlog of cases and making it easier for witnesses and defendants to participate without the need for travel. Statistically, virtual courtrooms have cut down case processing times by 20%. This shift not only speeds up the justice process but also lowers the cost of legal proceedings. Justice delayed is justice denied, as the saying goes, and now, delays are becoming a thing of the past. Legal representation has also seen improvements. Public defender systems are receiving increased funding, ensuring that even those who cannot afford a lawyer get quality defense. This investment has led to a 15% improvement in case outcomes for defendants who previously might have faced severe disadvantages. Transparency is another key area of focus. Real-time access to trial records and proceedings for the public has become standard practice. This openness helps maintain trust in the judicial system. It's not just about seeing justice done, it's about seeing it being done fairly and openly. Moreover, alternative dispute resolution methods, such as mediation and arbitration, are being promoted to settle disputes outside of the courtroom. These methods are often quicker and less adversarial, preserving relationships while still delivering fair outcomes. Statistics show a 30% increase in the use of these methods, reflecting their growing popularity. Judicial training is also in the spotlight. Judges are undergoing continuous education on new laws and technologies, ensuring they are well equipped to handle modern cases. This training helps maintain high standards of justice and keeps the judiciary up to date with current practices and technologies. Chapter 6, Guardians of Health, Your Rights to Medical Autonomy. In 2024, your right to make decisions about your health is stronger than ever. Medical autonomy means having the freedom to choose your treatments and access healthcare services without undue interference. This right has gained new dimensions with the advancement of medical technologies and changing societal attitudes. One of the key developments is in telemedicine. With more people opting for virtual doctor visits, laws have been updated to ensure these services are covered by insurance and are held to the same standards as in-person visits. Telemedicine usage has increased by 40% over the past year, making healthcare more accessible, especially in rural areas. Informed consent is another critical area. Patients now have better access to information about the risks and benefits of treatments. This means you can make more informed decisions about your health. Knowledge is power, as health advocates say, and having access to detailed medical information puts that power in your hands. Reproductive rights have also seen significant protections. Access to contraception and abortion services is safeguarded under new laws, ensuring women can make choices about their bodies. These protections are crucial in maintaining personal autonomy and ensuring that healthcare decisions remain personal. Mental health has come to the forefront of medical autonomy discussions as well. Laws now mandate that mental health services are given the same priority as physical health services. This parity ensures comprehensive care and supports the idea that mental well-being is an integral part of overall health. Lastly, patient data privacy has been fortified. With the increasing digitization of health records, ensuring the security and privacy of your medical information is more important than ever. New regulations require robust encryption and give patients more control over who can access their data. In 2024, your rights to medical autonomy are about more than just accessing services. They are about having the freedom and knowledge to make decisions that are best for you, ensuring your health and well-being are always in your hands.